She realized that how long have we been going for? We're going for an hour and a half. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so I feel like a lot of people don't realize um that you actually like you have to actually invest into what you do, right? So like me personally, I don't make any money from my stream, for my YouTube yet. Like I don't make any money whatsoever. But I know for a fact the money that I would make, I would reinvest that. I'd find a way to reinvest that, whether that be into equipment, whether that be into research, whether that be into just whatever opportunities I can get, whether that be into like let's say I'm a streamer and I wanna become better at speaking, right? I'd invest into like a public speaking class, right, or an improv class or something, right? I don't think I need to do that personally, but that's what I mean. Like just being able to reinvest in back into what you do, and I highlighted this post here because I think it's quite important to note, right? So this post here actually shows all of like the most used gear amongst the pro players in Fortnite. Um, and it's funny because I know DJ. We had a funny conversation about this once, where he was telling me like, bro, like he was kind of trolling me, but we were playing creative 1v1s and he was like wrecking me super hard, and he was like, no, honestly, bro, it's just because I have a better mouse than you, and it's because I have a better keyboard than you, and it's because I have a better monitor than you, and it's because I have a better mouse pad than you. And like it was all jokes and stuff, but like there was truth in what he was saying. I feel like there was serious truth in what he was saying, in the terms of like I think in society you always got to look at the trends, man. You got to look at the trend. Obviously you don't want to be a hype beast and just jump on things, but if you see everybody that, like, let's say that there's a road, right? Let's say there's a road and you can either go left or right. Let's say you see all of the successful people going right and all of the bums going left. Which way are you gonna go? Genuinely, which way are you gonna go? Are you gonna go right or left? Right with all the successful people, left with all the bums. Gonna go right. Right, you gotta look at the trends, and quite frankly, something like this is, I think, pretty interesting when you look at it and you see like all the top pro players for the most part are either using the Air 58 or the G Pro Wireless. Obviously, you have a couple other ones that are quite used. Same with this one, right? All the pros for the most part are using either the Logitech G Pro or the SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL. And I know this keyboard is becoming super, super big, and because it's a really, really good keyboard. Same with this, right? 240 monitors, an essential, right? And it seems to be this is the most preferred one. I'm not too sure why, but that does seem to be the more preferred one. Headset, there's a lot of balance between headsets, because headsets for the most part doesn't really matter. And same with mouse pads. I think these top three here that they highlighted, well, these two specifically are probably the two best ones. The glorious Triple XL and the Benki Zari Asari are like the two best mouse mats in my opinion. I think SteelSeries QCK is just so commonly used in terms of all of gaming. I don't think that's an accurate reflection of like necessarily like what the top pros are using. When you're talking about solos, it's just like such a nice go where you get rotation items in the game. Took my understanding. Play them position. Okay, yeah, okay, no. Yeah, like I said, yeah, Colin. On that front, it does make sense, right? Like it does get a bit difficult for solos, and that's why I do see the argument for it for solos. Definitely, I do see the argument. I have a mouse everyone says is the Brick G502, but I can't change it. I love it too much, and I use 9 out of 11 mouse button keys. Holy crap, what have I just read? Oh my god. And see and it's funny, like, because like that is what you're comfortable with, right? That is genuinely what you're comfortable with, which is fine. Like that is fine, but let's look at the trends, man. The top players aren't using that mouse, and why? Because frankly, it's just better there's just better mice there in terms of just the optimization. Like a lot of stuff is about just comfortability, right? So like with certain things, like even on this list, right, with certain things, you might find the HyperX Cloud 2s to be a more comfortable headset than the Astro 40. So when you get to the top band, the top level, the top quality of these products, it doesn't matter. It's just about which one you're more comfortable, right? So even within this, right, let's say these are the top 5 mouse that they're saying, the top 5 most used mice, right? Let's say these are the top 5 mice in compared to Fortnite. It doesn't matter which one you pick out of these ones, but it's just as long as you have one of these ones, because that is the top quality of mice, right? So like, I know your G502 is comfortable when you love it. Trust me, I had a G502. I loved it. It was the best mouse I ever had when I had it. Like, I love the G502. I think I have it on the floor here. Like, it's flipping broken or some crap.
It's
like, I don't even know what it is.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Mine broke or whatnot, but like, the G502 is great. It's comfortable. I love it. Like, I'm sure you do love it. And I used to be the same like you. I used to be a side button Andy. Like, I used all the side buttons on my flipping. Like, I had a Razer Nargo or whatever you call it, the one that has like all the like bare side buttons and crap. Like, and I loved it. I used all of them. I used absolutely all of them. But they're mice that are just better optimized, right? Like, there are mice that are literally just better mice. So, and when you can invest in those, and when you can invest in these things, then I think you're making the right decision for yourself. But this is the key. This is the key to the problem. This is the key to the problem, guys, which I think a lot of people don't understand. When a lot of people decide, hey, look, I want to be a competitive Fortnite player. I want to, be the best at anything, right? You can apply this to anything in life, right? So think about this carefully and think about this wisely. When people decide I want to do something, they instantly go do all these things, like buy all the equipment and buy the best setup and buy like if somebody wants to be a streamer, they buy the best camera, they buy the best microphone, they buy the best cameras, they buy like a triple PC setup with 7 monitors. The XQC meme where he's like 6 consoles, cat cam, dog cam, like, and people do these things, right? Why? Why do people do these things? Do you want to know why? It's another form of procrastination. It's genuinely another form of procrastination. And it's to the point where it's really sick. Because even me, I've done it. I used to do it. Even to this day, I still do it. Like, I should be focusing on why do I have a green screen? I don't need a green screen. Why do I have a green screen? I don't need a green screen. Like, really and truly, it's just a form of procrastination. People want to go do all of the easiest things, right? Get those things out of the way before they actually focus on what's actually important, right? If you are like a professional, like even you with your G502, mate, Joe, I think your team name is Maze and your name is Joe, so I'll call you Joe. Even you, Joe, even with your G502, you probably could make it to a pretty high level competitively as a good player, right? Like, I'm not sure how good you are at the game, but you probably could make it to a pretty decent level. But what people would do, right, instead of actually trying, they'll be like, no, let me just go get the best mouse. Let me go get the final mouse, Air 58 Ninja, whatever it's called, right? And it's a form of procrastination. You're not focusing on what's important. You're literally not focusing on what's important. Like, somebody will be like, I want to be a football player, right? I want to go out and be the best football player in the world. What are they going to go do? They're going to go get a gym membership. They're going to go buy all the right food to have the right diet. They're going to go buy the best football boots, the best shin pads, best socks, the best kit. They're going to buy all the training kits, all the training track suits. They're going to buy everything. But they can't even play football. They're going to buy a new set of boots every month. They can't play football. They ain't working on their football skills. Me as a streamer, like I said with the green screen example, right? I bought a green screen. I got a little fancy light to light up the green screen. I got a nice little camera. I got a nice little mic. I got a nice new PC. I didn't need that to provide the stream I'm providing right now. Really and truly, I could have done this. The stream that I'm providing right now, I probably could have done this on my old PC. Really and truly, it's a lot easier and it works better having all this stuff. But I probably could have done some on my old PC. What I should be focusing on is my content and how good my actual content is, right? Like, that's what I should be focusing on. Same thing for pro players. The same thing for all of you Fortnite players. Stop procrastinating. Getting a new mouse pad is not going to make you a better player. Getting the new headset is not going to make you a better player, right? Even like the difference of like 240 hertz and 144 hertz. If you are a top player, you should have a 244 hertz monitor. You should have a 240 hertz monitor. You should. But if you are dog shit on a 144 hertz monitor, that 240 hertz monitor is not going to make you a better player. Do you understand that? You tricking your brain into thinking that that's what it is and that's what it will do is procrastination. And that's what too many people do. I can't afford a 240 hertz monitor. Bro, don't feel bad. I can't even afford a 240 hertz monitor. Trust me, don't feel bad about it. I can't. Right? Like it's all just like a mental block of procrastination. Don't fall into the cycle of thinking, just like, so like, as much as I've said, invest in what you do, don't fall into the vicious cycle of thinking, just because I'm investing all this money means that I will actually get good at the end goal, the end result. Just because you invest a bunch of money into like Fortnite and getting the best setup and the best gear does not mean at all. It does not mean at all that you'll become a better player. What comes from it, why this is good though, is because it helps like the small, at a macro level, at a small tiny level, it does help. But it's not the be all end all in becoming a good player whatsoever. It's not the be all end all. And for that reason, I think it's important to understand that like best equipment is great. You should have the best equipment as a Fortnite player because the best football players have the best equipment. But that's not what's gonna make you the best Fortnite player. It shouldn't be like the equipment shouldn't come first. You should be the best Fortnite player, then be looking for the best equipment. You shouldn't just be looking for the best equipment to become the best Fortnite player. And even further, right, Colin, I think if Colin's still here, I don't know if Colin's still here, right? But if Colin's still here, Colin, you DM'd me about an unpopular opinion a while ago where we spoke about coaching, right? As a player, you should be investing in coaching. You should be if you are not even if you are the top players, you should be investing in coaching. If you are a semi-pro player and you think coaching is not useful, you are dumb. If you are somebody who is trying to get better at Fortnite and you are not investing in coaching or some form of coaching, you are dumb. And when I say coaching, that doesn't even have to be flipping, going and giving all your money away to Destiny Jesus and Colin and all these people who are providing great coaching, right? It doesn't mean chucking your money away at them. It's as simple as watching flipping Barla's VOD reviews on Twitch. It's as simple, just any form of coaching, any form of media that helps you to improve. If you are not taking the time, investing your time or your money to use and make use of these resources, you do not have any ambition of truly becoming the best. You simply don't. And if you don't understand the actual importance of coaching within what you do, then you're probably just not too intelligent whatsoever. Because quite frankly, if you look at anything in the world, any of the top professions when it comes to sports, esports, they all have coaches. I've had people actually say, you're a coach, you haven't played the game before, you haven't been a top pro player, so what help and what expertise could you offer me? I'm better than you, so how could you possibly help me? What? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Do you think? Oh, when this stuff gets me hot, man. This stuff gets me hot. Do you think the people that coach LeBron James on the Lakers, I am a Laker fan, do you think the coaches of the Lakers are better or smarter basketball players than LeBron James? Do you think LeBron James goes, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you guys, so why are you coaching me? Do you think that's what he does? Because if you do, I can tell you, that's not what he does. Like, and in no profession, in no sport, is that what the people are doing. Like, in no area of expertise, in no sport, in no nothing, is that what people are doing? Like, it's just not how the world works. You do not have to, I do not have to have experience as the best professional Fortnite player ever to tell you what it takes to be the best professional Fortnite player. I don't. And
it's a bit of a sticky
if you look anywhere
still
around the world, it doesn't really work like that either. Like, quite frankly, like for the most part, in a lot of areas. There are some areas where maybe you could say it does, but for a lot of areas, it doesn't work like that. People talking about expensive coaching. Levin charges $100 per hour for coaching. I don't offer coaching services. Maybe I should. I don't think I could be a coach though. To be honest, not the best example. Give me a better example then, Taylor. Please, give me a better example. Because either way, I think you should get the point, right? You should get the message of, like, coaching is an essential part of anything in life, man. It really is. It really, really is. Yeah. So you should be investing in coaching. You should be investing in coaching most definitely. It's just about knowledge for the most part. Yeah, it's just about being able to acquire knowledge. Yeah, what's up, Lushy? And beyond equipment and beyond coaching, you should be investing in your health. If you're a Fortnite player, competitive Fortnite player, if you're somebody aspiring to be one of the best in your craft. I think you should be investing in your health. If you are sitting in a chair for 12 plus hours a day as a competitive player, you should go out and make sure that chair is the best chair for you. Go to flipping IKEA and sit in all the chairs. Sit in literally all of the chairs. And decide, hey, look, I want this chair. Make sure that you are eating a good diet, like even the small stuff, like the stuff that doesn't even flip in, like I remember like when I was playing CS and I wanted to be an AWPer, I was like, hey, I want to improve my reaction time, so I started eating like a shit ton of nuts because like I read that nuts was great, right? Like I'm surprised that like I haven't seen more orgs. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm surprised I haven't seen more orgs invest in that kind of stuff for players because I see why they haven't. But like, you should just be investing in your health as a player, man. Make sure you're healthy. Make sure that you are checking up with your doctor regularly, making sure your arms and your wrists are good. Like, investing in your health is super, super important. Super, super important. And it's something that I don't see enough players do. So make sure you invest in your health. And that's not even just your physical health, that's your mental health as well, man. A lot of these Fortnite players, it's sad to say, a lot of these Fortnite players have like mental health issues and they don't even realize it. And mental health issues aren't bad. A lot of people, have some sort of mental health issue they just don't even realize, right? So definitely invest in your physical and your mental health. Definitely do that. With LeBron example, he's been known to take over a huddle and put a coach in the shadow. That's exaggerated though. People that's an exaggerated storyline. That because as a basketball fan, I'll tell you, right, like that happened with Tyronn Lue in 2017, in the 2017-2018 season. It was a big thing because there was a big disagreement between Tyronn Lue and LeBron James. It's a misconception that LeBron is someone that takes over. Coaches naturally
it's a bit of a sticky
hand
one
over a lot
still.
of the responsibility. Or they won't even hand over a lot of the responsibility, but coaches naturally do lean on LeBron because they know that his basketball IQ is unmatched. But there is no team that LeBron has ever played for in the NBA where the coach doesn't have the last say or full control, or like LeBron has been a disturbance and trying to take over and stuff. That's not a real narrative. That's a narrative that's just been created by the media because people know that he, one, is so intelligent, and two, like he has the ability to coach. Like he could be a player coach. LeBron is the kind of player where he could be a player coach. But no, I definitely understand why you could say that's a bad example, because for people who do see that as a narrative, then yeah, you could say that. So I don't worry. Next time I explain that kind of thing, I will definitely probably change that example. And a good office chair is better than a cheaper gaming chair. Yes, I agree. I 100% agree. I don't need a DX Racer when I got this bad boy. See this bad boy? This bad boy keeps me comfortable. I don't need that. Whatsoever. How long do I recommend to VOD review a day? It just depends on you, man. It just depends on you, really. There's no point in sitting there VOD reviewing for 3 hours if it's not beneficial to you. You need to use your time effectively. You need to figure out what's the best way to use your time. If you're sitting there for VOD reviewing for 2 hours, when you could be sitting there VOD reviewing for 1 hour and getting the same effects out of it, then it makes no sense to do that, right? It makes absolutely no sense to do that. So it definitely varies depending on who you are.
It's a bit of a sticky one.
Thank you guys for all the followers. I got a bunch of followers. I know I've missed a few. Chipmunk, thank you for the follow. Boki, thank you for the follow. CS Keys, thank you for the follow. And Nebi FMBR, thank you for the follow. I don't know if I said to you, Karils 8. I don't know if I said it to you, but thank you very much for the follow. Would you like to see a console World Cup? I think there will be a massive problem. Many cracked mouse and keyboard players would switch because they can't make it on PC. This would be pretty annoying for console players. No, I don't want to see a console World Cup. I'd love to see a console like only. I'd love to see like more console like related events. Like the PS4 Cup, I love that. I'd love to see more stuff like that. And if Epic ever do start doing a lot more lands, which I don't think they will do, but if Epic were to do like a bunch of lands, I would not mind if there was like a one console only land. Like I genuinely wouldn't mind that. It'd only be good. It'd only be good for the scene. And we'll talk a bit more about the PS4 Cup in a second. But it'd only be good for the scene if that was to happen. Tripper2K, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Remember when Kepa wouldn't come off when he was told to? I remember that so well, man. That day Twitter was like the funniest place in the world on that day, man. Twitter was the funniest place in the world. Let me check Twitter. Oh yeah, clip that baby, clip that baby. Yeah, so those are my thoughts, guys. When it comes to investing, right? You should be investing in your mentality. You know, you should invest in your health, whether that be to diet, whether that be to just the chair you're sitting on. You know, making sure again your eyes checked up, your wrist checked up, right? Making sure you're doing the right stretches and whatnot. And making sure you're investing in coaching, because coaching is super important, no matter how good you're at the game. And just investing in making sure you have the right equipment, man.